I built my very own laptop under $190, and today I will show you how to do the same. You will be able to use this laptop for education, certain games, and even internet browsing. Also, I assure you that this video will help you on your build with more detail than most videos on YouTube. So let's get started. To complete this build, you will need three main component aspects. Of course, the links to the components I used will be in the description below. First of all, you will need a 7-inch display monitor. You also need to ensure you have a male-to-male HDMI and a male USB to male micro USB cable, which in my case came with my monitor. Also, you need to make sure the screen has a micro USB and HDMI port as seen on screen in order to connect your motherboard. Next, you will need your Raspberry Pi 3 motherboard. I chose a bundle from a company called Canikit, which provided every component I was searching for. First, you have your double male USB cord, which you won't really need for this build. Then comes your Raspberry Pi 3, the main component. Keep in mind you need an SD card. I chose to go with a 16GB pre-install card, which means I don't need to download noobs onto it. If you need to download the noobs, I have a link below that will direct you to the Raspberry Pi site with the noobs installation. The kit also provides a card reader as seen on screen, which allows you to download the noobs onto the SD card. Then you have a case that can hold your motherboard. This is completely optional. Another main component is the power supply. I got a 2.5 amp power supply with a 5-foot cord length. Make sure the power supply starts with a male micro USB. A power button is optional, but considering I wanted a laptop feeling to my build, I found it suitable. Last but not least, you need a keyboard. I chose a tablet keyboard considering it would help my computer build look and feel like a laptop. If you decide to use this, make sure it connects with a male micro USB. You also have the choice of using a wireless keyboard. If so, I recommend the Logitech K4000 Plus. Now you're ready to build your laptop. To start, you will need to insert your SD card into your motherboard, like so. Then, you need to take your power supply and plug it into a power bank. Now, take your double HDMI cord and plug both ends into a port from the display screen and the Raspberry Pi 3. This is optional, but regardless, you need to plug your power supply into the micro USB port on the Raspberry Pi. So if you're using a power button, plug that into the Pi. and then connect the power bank onto the button. If not, just plug the power bank directly into the Pi. As a last step, you will need your male micro USB to male USB cord. First, plug your USB into one of the ports on the Raspberry Pi. Then, you need to plug your micro USB into one of the ports on the display screen. Finally, you are ready to turn on your computer. Give it a few seconds to turn on for the first time. You're ready to shape your computer. It's time to make it look and work like a laptop. For this step, you will need a USB mouse and connect it to the motherboard. Here you need to install the program from your SD card. So, click the Raspbian desktop and click Install. Once it is done installing, you will be welcomed to a desktop. First, click the top left icon and go to Preferences. Then to Raspberry Pi configuration. Once here, you will be able to set up a login password, name, and even enable a camera. But more importantly, you must go to localization and set your Wi-Fi country. Now you can select your Wi-Fi button on the top of the screen and connect your Wi-Fi. I'm not going to show myself connecting mine for obvious reasons. Before connecting your Wi-Fi, you need to connect your keyboard. The micro USB port on the Pi is already in use, so you need another small component, a male USB to female micro USB adapter. This will allow you to plug your keyboard into a USB port. A link to this item will be listed below. Now it's time to get creative and organize your wires and set up how you'd like it. I use hot glue to keep everything in place. Like I said, you're able to do everything you would on a normal computer. Here are some examples. And there you have it, your very own personal laptop. As always, the links to the components will be listed in the description. Let me know if there are any problems you encounter, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Make sure to like and share this video if it helped you on your laptop build. And as always, I'll catch you guys later.